Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I have a new mod from Lexland that we will unbox, install together. And after that I'll go through every single mod that I've installed so far on my truck and my impressions and opinions on it. So I have two phones, and unfortunately 24, 25, and 26 Tacomas come only with only one wireless charger. And this mod should, in theory, fix the issue. So let's open this up. This right here is a dual wireless charger for the 4th gen Tacoma. Okay, let's install these and see how well they work. So it looks to be as simple as it could possibly be. I will place this in here. Goes in, sits pretty sturdy, and then each one of those two plugs in. So here's my work phone. It has a MagSafe charger on the back of it, so you just put it on there and watch the magic happen. This is pretty cool, I think. It's definitely useful to me as somebody who owns two phones. I know I can have both of them charging at all times. So since we're inside the truck, we will start with the mods I have done to the inside of the truck. The biggest mod I have coming up, which I probably won't do anytime soon, but I really do want to do it eventually, is I want to replace this tiny screen with a 14-inch or 13.9, whatever the size is, from the premium package of this car, because coming from a Tesla, this has really been kind of annoying me, and I don't know, it doesn't look like a 2025 car. It looks whatever. I'm not gonna say anything. So we're gonna start with the smallest thing that I have, the cheapest thing that I have. I believe it was like 20-30 bucks off of Amazon. Outside of these little stickers that I got on the first day, which I think they're kind of funny. So for the cheapest mod I've done to this truck, outside of these little stickers, would be these organizers that I have here. So it's a compartment that you can, take out. It is actually pretty hard to take out. However, you just got to pull on it. It's not that difficult. My Tesla had one of those and it was much simpler to operate, but it's okay. I also have a little drawer here that I use for all of my receipts. And both cup holders, it all came in one set. Both cup holders have this rubber cover, and the back one as well. And the cool thing about the back one, it has this in the middle place where I usually put my headphones if I'm afraid of them falling out. Okay, let's move on to the next interior mod. The next interior mod that's currently on the truck is actually probably the second mod I've ever gotten. The second thing I ever bought for this truck are these LASFIT floor all-weather mats. I was never paid by them. I bought them with my own money, so I'll be honest. I think they're great. They do their job perfectly well. However, they come with these clips here to cover a clip? What is this, a clip? They cover these clips, and they always fall out. And every single time I have to grab it, put it back in. It's annoying. Overall, it does the job really well. Maybe mine is just something out of the ordinary, because I've never heard people complain about that before. I think that's it on the interior, so let's move on to the exterior parts of the truck. So the next mod I have is this pull-out bed cover. Got it also with my own money from Amazon. It's hard, so I decided to go with this one. The cool part about it is that it doesn't fold up. Instead, it rolls in. Is this something I would recommend? I am not sure. Simply because when it's fully rolled in, you have a base that's about this thick at the bottom, below the top of the cover. that limits your bed size. So if you want to put anything in there, you can record from here, come on this side, and if you record, you can see that base comes down and it limits the space you have, and that's probably about a foot. A foot of your bed just gets, basically, if you have something big, yeah, it won't fit in there. Yeah, so the next mod that I added to the outside of the truck are these red recovery hooks, 1 and 2, and they were probably like 30 bucks off of Amazon. They're not TRD, Tacoma, A or B, whatever, $150 ones. I didn't see the point of overspending on that. And you know what? If you take a look from the outside, from further away, I think this adds character to the truck. So the next mod that I did, as you could probably notice, is this Toyota TRD Pro style grille. However, besides the light bar, it also came with Raptor lights. I think in terms of the looks of the truck, besides the wheels, this might have been the biggest upgrade I've done. I absolutely love the way it looks. I also got a light bar that can do 2 different colors. This one can either have white or orange, so I can actually show how I wired it up. 1 second. So I have an upgrade package, so my car came with a pre-wired auxiliary switch. So what we did was just took a bunch of cables, ran them all into one, and connected them to a pin that's connected right here on, yeah, it's right here, this pin. What this does is it wires the light bar directly to the aux switches. So if you come inside and take a look, we have 2 aux switches which are always pressed. So my aux 3 is the 5 amp. I have Raptor lights running off of that. Aux 2 is my biggest amp for the white light bar, and aux 1 is the one I drive with all the time, which is the orange one, because it's very dim. It's mostly for looks. I will add a video of what the light bar looks like at night. I think it's one of the more useful mods you can do to your truck. In my personal opinion, this improves the looks more than lifting it. But again, it's extremely subjective. Everybody sees things differently. So come in and take a look at the next mod we're going to talk about. The next mod we're going to talk about is this Banks ram air intake. I got this mod about 3,000 miles ago. I've driven for 3,000 miles with this thing already. And let me tell you, it sounds amazing. There's a video on my channel of me unpacking it, installing it. I will link it up top in the corner. It's going to be that corner, I think. But it's definitely best bang for buck if you are looking for some performance, and most importantly, I should say, the sound. The way this thing sounds, it makes me want to rev the car up every single time I'm on the highway for absolutely no reason at all. Which actually maybe isn't a good thing. Yeah, in mods to come, I am planning to get the charge pipes and hot and cold from Banks Air Intake as well. So that's going to come sometime soon. So the next mod we're going to talk about is the exhaust. I will attach a picture of what my stock exhaust looked like versus this one. A welded onto it pipe that cuts off specifically to improve. Damn, you know what I just realized? Wow. I think my tire may be installed the wrong way. But either way, what's the word? There's this like a cutoff tip. It's not a cutoff tip. Basically, it's just a tailpipe that increases the distance between the ground and the truck, so that way you don't slam. Clearance. Yeah, clearance. Yeah. So that way you don't slam the exhaust pipe onto the rocks when you're overlanding, which I don't necessarily do a lot, and I mostly did it for the sound. It's just what the guy had on it. I'm going to explain how I got the exhaust in the first place. And right here under the truck, you can just try to record this muffler is also aftermarket. It's about 1/3 of the size of the original muffler and about 1/3 of the weight as well, if not 1/4. That thing is much, much lighter. So how I got the exhaust is actually very interesting. You can't just go and buy this exhaust. It's custom made. What happened was, I live in Bay Area, a bunch of wealthy people in the area. And so a guy on Facebook Marketplace just posted an exhaust because he ordered himself some MagnaFlow exhaust and it was on back order. So he didn't want to wait. He went to his mechanic and his mechanic just put on the tiniest muffler he could find and cut off the back half of the exhaust with the resonator and welded this overland pipe onto it. So this isn't something you can buy, it is something you can make. Although I think in terms of price, you'd probably spend around the same as buying an exhaust. However, I only spent, how much money did I spend on this exhaust? 150? 150? Or what was it? I think it was 180. Yeah, 180, because remember I said 150? Yeah. So, yeah, I spent only $180 on this exhaust, and I think it sounds perfect because it doesn't drone. It doesn't drone on the highway. It's not too loud. It adds a perfect amount of deep tones in the exhaust note, and most importantly, I can hear the turbo whistle so much better with it. So the last mod that we're going to discuss today is the one you probably noticed first. These are my wheels. I have Method Race wheels, and they're sitting on Falcon AT4W 33-inch tires. The truck is not lifted at all. There's no spacers. This is a bone stock TRD off-road. It doesn't have a stock lift. It doesn't have anything. So you can just slowly walk around and show how it sits on these wheels. Because I personally think this is perfect. Eventually, maybe I would be interested in getting something silver wheels for this truck, like KMC's. And potentially, I am also interested in giving it maybe 1.5-inch lift on the front only. However, not exactly interested enough in it yet to invest in it. So we'll see. Time will tell. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you guys watching. It's been great. Almost every video I've posted so far has gotten over 1,000 views, which is pretty cool for a channel with 100 subscribers. It's definitely the Tacoma following. I appreciate you guys watching. Please give me a follow. Leave a comment. Maybe you want to hear more specifics about certain mods. Maybe you want to hear more information, more likes, more dislikes. I'm fairly honest. But if you guys do really like the Charger, and if you'd like to buy the Charger, or just take a look at all the other things that Lexland actually offers, feel free to use my code in the description to get 20% off of any purchase that you make. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, don't dislike, subscribe, and bye-bye. Guys, look at this beautiful car. It belongs to my cameraman. It's how much I pay him. Right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If this video gets 10 likes, I'm going to steal it from him for a drive, and we're going to make a video on this car. And he also has a YouTube channel, so I'll also kind of link it like somewhere in the video, or maybe in the description. So if you want to follow him as well. Look at this beauty. Isn't she beautiful? That's the truck. Truck's beautiful as well. But the Tesla, look at this thing.